So, walk me through like where you're at right now, what you've been up to. Have you been able to successfully close any deals or close some contracts or even get contracts? What do you have so far?
Okay, so I've really just been doing a lot of research recently. So
Okay.
I'm probably like three weeks to like a month in just on research. But I'm making calls right now,
Okay.
trying to get contracts. So I'm using the prop stream just to
Okay.
find like distressed properties.
Good. Okay.
And yeah, my main focus would be just like looking for distressed properties
Cool.
and
Which is
getting the
smart.
owners on the phone
That's smart.
and see if I can get a contract right now. It's really like my main deal.
Okay. All right. So you're using PropStream, and then are you skip tracing them, or how are you trying to? Where are you
Yeah,
getting the data? Okay. So you skip
skip
trace
trace.
them, and then you call them on the phone. And when you're calling them, what are the hours of the day that you're calling them? What and how many hours do you think you're doing like a day?
I like to say I call them like around in the afternoon, like 1 to 6,
Okay.
1 to 7, just to because I feel like that's when everybody's usually up.
Okay.
So it's a good. I feel like it's a good time frame.
So
Yeah,
one to six or 1 to 7, dude. That's a lot of hours. That's
yeah.
pretty good. That's impressive, man.
Thank
Okay,
you, thank
so
you.
I mean, look, you I'm a little older than you. So
Right.
I got started when I was 18. I got my real estate license, and I was cold calling the old way, man. I had to do it all by hand. It was just so the fact that you're doing 5 hours a day, that's a lot of hours. Um, what? How many
Trying to
calls,
get that first deal, and then
dude?
working for it.
Look, I tip my hat to you, man. I see the hustle and I hear it. So we're gonna help you. We're gonna
Thank you,
get you to the next level. So that's my goal.
thank you.
Um, okay, so about 5 hours. Wow. How many calls do you think you're doing? Just I don't use prop stream. I use batch, and I also use call not call rail. Ready mode. So
Batch leads.
batch. Okay.
It's on
Uh,
batch leads, right?
Batch leads. And but how many dials do you think it's doing, and how many connects do you think you're getting per day?
It's a lot of people. A lot of people like some people are frustrated.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Totally.
yeah, yeah. But I say I want to do it like at least like I want to make at least 11 calls a day at least.
Okay.
If like actually getting people on the phone, and I try to talk for like I try not to waste too much of their time. I try not to spend too much time, I should say. But yeah, I want to say like 10 to 20, 25 minutes on the phone with each person at least.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're calling them and these are in distress, so does that mean that there's a notice of default, or what? What are they?
Yeah. So the filters I use is like some vacant and
Okay.
um I try to use look for probate properties as well. And
Okay.
use distressed properties pretty much. Yeah. I try to, let the seller know that I can help them out, like I'm here to help, and that's really the main focus.
You're doing the calls, and that's not easy. Not everybody does that, man. I can't tell you how many people they just watch video after video after video after video, and they never do anything. Okay, so the fact that you're doing that, like, I tip my hat to you. Okay,
Thank you.
what I want us to do is probably going to have to we're going to tighten those scripts up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to give you some scripts, and I'm going to send them to you, and I want you to learn those scripts. So, for
Okay.
instance, I'm going to call you. Let's say you're default. All right. I want you
Okay.
to be the seller now. I'm the caller. Okay. Hey, I'm looking for Liddell, please.
This is Liddell.
Liddell. Hey, Paul. I get that. Listen, we've never met, and here's why I'm calling. Well, before I even get started, you got 2 minutes that I can steal?
Yeah.
Okay,
What's
great.
up?
So here's why I'm calling. I'm sure that you've already been approached by a bunch of people about this. Your home came up on a list. It shows that it's in default. Now, look, a lot of times those lists aren't correct, and I wasn't sure if it was correct or not, but I just wanted to make sure that you knew all of your options so that you could stay in the home. Did you even know that you were on that list?
No, I did not.
Okay, got it. Well, yeah, again, it could be a mistake. I don't know, but I need to make sure that you at least know what your options are so that you could stay in the home. Has anybody
Right.
gone over that with you?
No, I haven't speak to nobody.
Okay, no problem. So if you got 2 minutes, we can go over that. How long have you lived at the property?
About 6+ years.
Okay, so you've been there for about 6+ years, and it looks like it was in default. Is that something? I mean, Are there payments that you might be behind that you're not aware of?
Um, yeah, I think I'm a bit behind
And you can
on
be
them.
difficult with me, by the way. Go ahead. The harder you are with me, that's okay.
Okay, yeah, yeah. No, I'm not really behind right now.
Okay,
Why?
you're not behind. All right. Well, look, the first thing that I would suggest that you do is you get on the horn and you call your lender. Call them right away. Let them know that there's a mistake, that you're not supposed to be on that notice of default list, okay? And you pull out your mortgage statement, the telephone number is there. I want you to call them and reach out to them and let them know. Now, if by chance, Liddell, that is correct, then the next thing that you can do is you can try to ask for a loan modification. Do you know what a loan modification is?
No, I do not.
Okay, so a loan modification is essentially where you're going to almost ask them to redo your loan. Now here's the thing. I'm going to stop right there just because I can keep going. But
All right.
when we're doing defaults, people don't
Mhm.
want to hear about how you're going to buy their house. Let them tell you that. The first thing you want to do is you want to try to talk to them about how they could stay in the home, because everybody wants to stay in the home. And then the second thing is that a lot of these people, they're embarrassed. So they don't
Mhm.
want to hear that, like, oh, you're a deadbeat. You're not paying your bills. You're not, like, nobody wants to hear that, right? So what you do is you soften the blow by telling them, like, look, your name showed up on a notice of default list. It's probably a mistake, okay? But just in case it's not, I need you to call your mortgage provider. I need you to call them right away. Call them. Let them know that they're wrong, that you shouldn't be on that list. You see how that changes things in their head? Like, all of a
Yeah.
sudden they feel like you're supporting them. Now, here's what starts to happen is as you go down that route, people will eventually see you as an ally. And if they do want to sell, then that conversation shifts when we're dealing with defaults. Okay. With
Okay.
defaults, they all want to stay in the home. None of them want to leave. They don't want to leave. And the more we try to get them to leave, the more abrasive the conversation gets. So we do it a little bit differently when it's defaults. Now, if it's a normal sale, right? Just normal. Let's just say I call you. Okay, we'll do another one, all cash.
Okay.
Hey, I'm looking for Liddell, please.
This is Dale who's asking.
Hey, Liddell, my name's Paul. I get that. Listen, we've never met. Can I steal 2 minutes from you?
Sure. What's up?
Here's why I'm calling. So I recently came across your property at 1234 Mockingbird Lane. I just wanted to see, is there a chance that you might be open to an all-cash offer on your property?
Um, right now I'm not too sure if I'm interested, but what were you thinking?
Okay, well, you're not too sure if you're interested, but here's what I was thinking. Zillow says that the property's worth anywhere between 75,000 all the way up to 125,000, maybe 135,000. So somewhere in between, there's got to be your magic number. I mean, if you've got something within that range, would you even look at it?
Um, yeah, I'll be willing.
Okay,
Uh, yeah.
all right. Now look, if I could get you the price that you're looking for, if I can get you that price, what kind of a time frame do you think you're looking at? Are we talking 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? What 6 months? What are we talking about here?
Uh, I would probably need time to get everything situated and get out. So
Right.
probably like up to 30 plus days, 30, 40.
Okay. So like 40 days. So if
Yeah.
I got you your price, you could probably be out and relocated within 30 to 40 days. Is that right?
Yeah. If you got the right price.
Okay, perfect. Now, just out of curiosity, if this works out, where do you think you're going to move to next?
I haven't really thought about it, to be honest.
You haven't really thought about it, to be honest. Okay, fantastic. Now, look, here's how we buy houses. So we buy them all cash. So the beauty is you don't have to deal with an agent, Liddell. You don't have to pay any commissions. In fact, that's probably going to save you between $6,000 to $10,000. Okay, just not using an agent. The second thing that we do is we buy them as is. So I'm going to buy it the way it is, where it is, as is. You don't have to make any type of repairs. Now, we are going to do a home inspection though. So we're going to check like the big ticket items. I'm going to check the roof, the foundation, the plumbing, and the pool. Do you have a pool?
No, we do not.
Okay. Okay. So those things might come up during inspections. Is there anything that you can think of that I should be aware of that might come up during that home inspection?
Uh, the roof is a little bit outdated,
Roof
a
is
little bit
outdated.
shaky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Um, Not really. I mean, the kitchen can use some dating. The bathrooms are pretty out to date, but yeah, it's pretty much all.
Okay. All right. Well, look, let me level with you. I don't know what we're going to do with the property. I don't know if we're going to fix it, flip it, and sell it. I don't know if we're going to fix it and keep it as a rental. I don't know if I'm going to fix it and keep it and just Airbnb it. I don't know what I'm going to do. But if you If you were to remodel it, what would be some of the things you'd remodel right now?
The kitchen, the bathrooms,
Kitchen,
and
bathrooms. Okay.
probably fix up the roof a bit.
Okay, cool. Okay, fantastic. So kitchen and the bathrooms. Got it. All right. Well, I appreciate you sharing all this stuff with me. Now tell me, why? Why are you planning on selling the property?
Well, at first I wasn't really interested, like I said, but I don't know. It would be like a new, it would be extra money in my pocket.
Okay, so extra money in your pocket. Okay, cool. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pass your information on to my partner. His name is Steve. Steve is the money guy within our company, within our group. He's the one that decides which houses we buy and which houses we don't. He's the money guy. He's super, super nice. One of the most caring guys in the world, but he's very smart and he's sharp as a tack. So with your permission, I'm going to pass your information on to him. He could call you today. He could call you in the next 2 to 3 days. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, perfect. And so you know who I am. The next time I call you or the next time Steve calls you, let me get your email address. You give me the email address and then boom, hand on. So what I just showed you right now is how we do our acquisitions, right? So we have Steve. Steve is our closer. So all you got to do, all I do all day long is I open doors. I call up Steve. Steve, I got a lead. Call the lead. Steve contacts them. He researches the comps to make sure that the numbers are okay. He closes the contract. Boom, and then we're on to the next.
Okay.
That's
And
all.
how long does it usually take to close? Like on most deals, average?
So it's going to take us about roughly on a deal where the seller's motivated. They're going to take about 30 to 45 days.
Okay.
Right. So we've got a couple different sides to the team. We've got our acquisitions team. I'm part of the acquisitions team. Steve is the closer on the acquisitions team. Then we've got our disposition team, Dispo Dragons. They're on the other side, and their job is sell the deals. Okay, that's what they're supposed to do. So we get the deals, we lock them up, boom, let the Dispo team handle it, and then we move on to the next contract.
Okay. And how do you guys do you guys split like profit, or how do you guys do that?
Yeah. So the way that the numbers work within our organization is anyone who handles the acquisition, they get 20%. Whoever brings the deal, and then the Dispo gets their percentage, and then a percentage goes to pay all the costs to get the leads. So we actually have cold callers that are calling Egypt. I'm from Egypt all day long. Okay, getting us leads. Then we do pay-per-click leads. And then we also do our text message blast. So we're sending out about 3,000 to 4,000 text messages a day. We've got 8 to 10 hours of cold calling a day. We start on the East Coast at 5 a.m. and we finish calling about 8 p.m. Pacific Standard. So they're making about 8 to 10 hours of calling a day. So we got a ton of leads. And we're gonna, if it's something that we feel like we can work together, I give you access to our CRM and you go in there and you just go swim in the pond. And in the pond, we got all the leads there for you to work.
So you got leads as long as with the numbers and the follow up information as well.
Everything. In fact, I almost feel like we got too many leads because the other day, so like yesterday, I think there were about 3 or 4 that I can count that went and sold without us. Now, one of them or 2 of them went with agents, right? There's nothing I can do about that. But 2 of them were sold to other investors, so I know they sold. That's nobody's fault but our own. So the reason that we're on the phone is because I need more people to help us out on the acquisition. And those spreads were probably about 20. I think one was like 27, I think, and then another one was at least 35 to 40,000. So we missed out on that.
All right. Okay.
So yeah, so that's how we do it. So if you're good on the phone and you feel comfortable with the phone, then all I need to do is we're gonna tighten those scripts up, right? You and I will do some role playing together, and then teach you how to go out there and get those leads. Now, if there are leads, okay, if there are leads, that's where it's the 20% of the spread. If they're your leads, like if we close on them as let's say you start doing some on market stuff, right? Okay, let's say that you go onto the MLS and you bring an on market deal. That's a 33% split, though. You get 33% because that's your own deal. You brought that to the table. I'll cover the EMD. I'll cover the home inspection. I'll cover everything else for you.
You guys do like a double dip, like say like the agent wanted to do a double dip. I brought it to you. You guys that'd be like something you guys do, or?
Well, what do you mean? Like if the agent represents us?
Yeah, like if they represent both the seller and the buyer.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, but the only one that really benefits there is the agent. We don't really benefit from that. I mean, God bless them, they made their money, but But if you do your own disposition, then and you want to sell the deal yourself, then you can make your money on the disposition too. I personally believe, knowing what I know now and having the experience that I have now, it's difficult. Here's what I used to do. I used to lock up a contract, and then I would stop everything I'm doing, and then I would go try to dispo it. And I'd lose like 3 or 4 days looking through buyers lists, finding all the things, and then I try to sell it. And then after the deal's done, it's good because I made my money, but then now I have no contracts to sell. So what we've decided is it's better for us to either decide what side we're going to be on. Either we're on acquisition or on disposition. It's better to pick one and then just focus on that, and become a sniper to where you're so laser focused on what you're doing, like you're an animal, nobody can stop you.
Right.
So, but going back to what I said, I'm also going to teach you how to get on market deals. Okay. So yes, you have access to all our leads, but you also have the ability to go on the MLS, write offers. We front the EMDs, and then like you still get your 33% of the acquisition. The only time it's 20% when it's our leads, okay? Because we're the ones spending the money on it.
Right. So yeah, you guys spend the money on finding the leads and getting the numbers, and then that's when it's.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. We spend it's texting, other forms of advertising. Our callers, we get a lot of leads. We just need to follow up. We got to follow up on them.
All right. Okay. Okay. So say the deal is like, say we get a contract under contract and we sell it, or we're able to get like 15K profit off of your lead, right? So that would be 20% of 15, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
$3,000.
Okay. Got you.
But there's no money out of your pocket. You're not spending any money. So I mean,
yeah, it's a start.
You know, they don't have to go through the stress of like paying the staff and like that's the backside. Now look, dude, eventually my goal is to teach you everything I know, and and you can go and you can build your own operation. Like I tell everybody that, right? The more that I can create leaders, the better we all are.
Okay. Yeah. Once you're able to get to that position to where you can do that. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Then you start to hire people. I'll teach you how to do that. You're probably going to want to start with virtual people though, like in the Philippines or like I said, Egypt. I like Egypt.
Cheaper, right?
Oh no, we got some people in Central and South America that are starting to make calls for us too.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard like hiring people like out of, that's very far away and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So look, here, are you part of our Facebook group yet?
Yeah, I should be.
Okay.
Dispo, right?
And let me know if it's something that you think you can handle. If you're doing 6 hours a day, dude, there's no way that you can't close 2 or 3 with us a month, minimum.
Okay. Yeah, because that's that's what I'm looking to do. I really wanna close in like a month or a month and a half, possible, or get a contract within then. Okay.
All right. And you're located where again?
Las Vegas.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's a good market too, man. It's a good market. Good. There's some good sub-2 deals in Vegas. I was talking to agents about them. I know there are. So not only that, but you can wholesale a sub-2 contract. You know that, right?
No, I don't.
I gotta teach you. You can wholesale a creative finance contract.
I haven't really looked into that yet. I like creative finance contract.
We'll teach you how to do it.
All right.
Okay, but join the group. I'll send you the link. Let me know what you want to do. And if we do this, we'll get you onboarded by Monday, okay?
Okay.
All right,
gotcha.
Take care.
All right. Nice speaking to you. All right, bye. Have a good one.